Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So I'm a little bit behind this month because it's been a week. I've had to switch payroll companies for my company, and it's taken a minute to get all that handled. But this project here is two things in one. I was asked to make a custom journal, and she requested blue. And so I got this for Christmas, and I thought that it would be perfect for a blue journal. And since she doesn't live here, it's going to travel to wherever it is that she lives. And so how about a travel theme? I don't normally do travel themes, but we'll see what happens. And also, I'm one of the collaborators with the 12 by 12 Junk Journal Challenge. And so my junk journal challenge for this month is going to be this journal. So I hope it doesn't take me that long to make it because I have others that I need to make too. And I will be doing another video later today with all the things that I made from that pile of stuff that I put on my desk. So I started already just so we wouldn't take forever to do this. And so this is my base, and I did the one panel here, and then I did the middle panel. I'm not going to glue this down today only because I want it to be a hidden spine, and also I'm not sure if I like that now that it's glued together. But then this panel is going to go over here, and I'm going to use this. And these are gel plate prints that I've done in the past. So I did two of them already just so I could show you how I do this with one, right? You don't need to see me gluing the same thing 3 times. So I'm just going to put the glue on one side here, put it down, fold it around. If you're new to junk journaling, this is more of a beginner kind of deal. But, you know, even for old timers, you know, sometimes other people do things differently than others, and you might learn something. Although I doubt it, because I've learned everything I know from all the other lovely people that I watch, both men and women. So we're just going to center that in there. And then make sure that it's flat. So this was part of a long haul that I tried with the jelly plate print. And I learned that from Darcy Sanders over at Darcy's Mixed Media. Or that's not what it is. Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. And I'm not cutting too close to there only because I know a lot of people do the angle thing, but every time I do that, I tend to cut too much off, and then you'll see the corners there. So I'd rather err on the side of caution. Okay, so I always fold these in, and then, I don't know why, but I always start with the ends. Or, you know, the top and the bottom, not the sides. And we're just going to glue that in. And so we'll probably end up cutting a little bit off right there, but that's okay. I'd rather have to cut some than have to start all over with a brand new piece of paper because I cut too much the first time. So, and also the reason why I picked this one here is because this long haul right here has some of the same colors in it as that does. And that's kind of a purplish blue, but I thought that it might go. It's a metallic blue that I had picked up from Hobby Lobby. I believe it's a Master's Touch brand. So, and this is going to be a quick video because I have to go to, well, another reason why I haven't been able to get a video out this week is I have 2 laptops and they both are not working. One of them crashed a while back, and so I bought a brand new laptop, and I took the old laptop in to see what was going on, and they were able to fix it. So I have 2, which is good because I have a backup just in case. However, my brand new laptop will not even turn on. And I know it's not because it's not charged. So it's one of those where you open up the lid and then the face will come up and look, or there's an eyeball at the top that will come up and look at you, make sure that it's you, and you can sign in with a Face ID. So, okay, so this is going to be my front, and this is going to be the back, but I'm going, oh yeah, you got to put the cover on first there, girlfriend. Okay, so I generally cut all of my books to, wow, y'all, I'm totally stuttering today. I'm so sorry. I generally make all of my journals 9x6. That way I don't have to cut down any paper. But I was asked to make 5 journals, and you're going to see that in there too this month, hopefully. And it doesn't really matter what side. You know what? Let me do it this way. I'm going to put this down first and then center it that way because I tore this to make sure that it was the right size. And I just totally interrupted myself, so I forgot what I was saying. Okay. Yeah, that didn't stick very well. It dried before I had a chance to get it down there. Oh, the other journals that I'm making, yeah. So, those I'm actually going to, I don't normally do paper covers, but I have a whole bunch of napkins. And, oh, that's another thing I need to do is my second 500 subscriber winner. I need to do a flip through of that video. I mean, I need a video of the flip through for that second video. And also on that note, the second winner has not contacted me yet. And so, Francine, never enough time. If you're listening, you need to contact me by Sunday. Otherwise, when I get up on Sunday morning, I am going to run a new drawing. So, if you want that other journal, send me an email. My email is always down in the link, or it's always down in the description box. Okay. And flip that around. So I actually bought this fabric here myself a few years ago, and my brother-in-law, because he knows, he's seen my work, and so he usually gets me fabric for Christmas, which I don't mind at all, because I also make quilts. However, this particular fabric, I bought it before, and I did make a journal out of this fabric before, but it was a personal journal that I made for all the Happy Mail that I received, and so it's in, I already did a flip through that, but that one I did a hidden spine with, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I think I already said that. Okay. So just getting the glue off my fingers there. All right, so we're going to flip this over, and I'm going to do the same thing here. Just, oh, these are not my fabric scissors. Okay, these will cut better. Okay, and somewhere I have book corners, but we're not going to finish the entire thing today because I do need to get the signatures I haven't gotten the signatures together, so we're just doing the cover today. And I don't know, what's today, Friday. Maybe I can do a video on the signatures tomorrow, perhaps. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. So what's everybody up to? It's Friday. Well, I'm shooting this video right now, and so oh yeah, I interrupted myself. That's what I was talking about, my laptop. So I bought my laptop at Best Buy. Actually, both of them came from Best Buy. And I live out in the middle of nowhere, and so Savannah is where I bought both of the laptops. But they can't get me in until like 6:30, 7:30 at night, and I really don't want to be in Savannah that late at night unless I absolutely have to. So the next appointment they could get me is today over in Bluffton, which is, if you're not familiar with this area, it is right. That's the city that's right before Hilton Head Island, and when my husband and I first got married, that's where we lived, in Bluffton. I miss living over there because it's so pretty. But tourist season never really ends there. Because you have all the tourists that come for the summer months, but then you have all the snowbirds that have their second home over there, either in Bluffton or on the island. So traffic is always pretty terrible. But when I was living there, I figured out how to get everywhere I needed to go without having to get on that main road up there, unless I was crossing over it. So, which I thought was funny because my husband didn't know the back roads over there. And he would always, when we would go out, he would say, we're going to go here. How do I get there? And so I would tell him, and he would say, no, that can't be right. And he would always go the opposite direction. And then he would say, oh my gosh, we're headed to the island, or we're headed to 95 if we're going in the wrong direction. I'm like, I told you. Okay. I'm just trying to fold that under there so it will stay. But yeah, I don't get a chance to go up there very often anymore. But the area that I lived in is so different from what it was when we lived there. We moved here in 2015. Okay, so normally if this is sticking up like that, I would hammer it, but I'm not going to hammer it. I'm just going to take a pair of these are jewelry pliers, to make square loops, if you will. And I just squish down the corners with that. And I will be using book corners on this. I just need to find them. Because I'm still trying to get my craft room organized, y'all. And one of the bins that I was going through yesterday, a lot of the stuff in there, you know, one of the things I'm doing is going through all my scraps to clean up, you know, get my bins cleaned out. And one of the bins that I was looking through yesterday, I guess it was, is nothing but a lot of stuff that can be thrown away. So I'm going to do that when I get home. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but let me see if I can move the camera a little bit here. Okay. I hope that's going to work because I like to sew this down, and I always start somewhere in the back on the bottom. And this here, my sewing machine is a Brother, and it is SQ9285. It's got 100 plus stitches, plus it's got the alphabet. So I like to use, if you have this particular Brother machine, I like to set it on 20, which is a zigzag stitch, but it's a bigger zigzag than a regular stitch. So here we go. And I'm not pushing this at all. I'm just guiding it. And if you can see this, I'm lining up the edge with the right side of my presser foot. Somebody commented on one of my videos last week about the fact that I sew such a straight line, but really the trick to that is just keep whatever you're sewing with the same level of your presser foot on the right side, and you'll always get as straight a stitch as possible. Oh no, I want it to go the other way. Okay, there we go. Okay, and I always slow down when I'm getting to the edge because of the stitch that I use. I want to stop about right there. That way I know I'm not going to be over too far close to the edge. If you do use this stitch, this particular stitch is one that does not back stitch. So let me move that back out of the way. Okay. So you can either leave those threads hanging, which I actually like that look. So I'm going to leave that there. But if you don't like that look, you would just pull on this, on the ones here, until the thread on the front comes through. But when I'm not going to cut that, I always make sure that I go a stitch or two over top of the stitches that I started with. That way you can't pull this through and it won't unravel. So actually, and I sewed this one too, so I'm going to sew this one real quick. And if you hear snoring, that is my dog. going to cut that off. And now we'll move that back. Okay. So this is up. And I'm going to put this down first. So, this is a piece of a pillowcase, I think, or the edge of a sheet. There was a line there and I had to iron it. But in order to get the crease out of the center, I had to get it wet. And when I was ironing it, I put it on a towel so I wouldn't get my ironing mat thing all wet, and it had pink Rit dye on it. So you see pink Rit dye spots on there. And I thought that's different. So I'm just going to leave that. And I'm smushing that out so you don't see any glue seeping through. Actually, let me get up here. Okay, and that one's not going to matter because we're not going up all the way to the top. And I hear movement outside. I hope my husband's not home because otherwise I'll have to stop because I'm sure he'll come in cussing because that's what he usually does. Okay. So I am going to put my closure on. I'm going to make some holes on the outside with some eyelets, and so that's going to be my closure. Otherwise, I would take my, what I have sari silk right here. This is what I'm going to be using as my closure. If I wanted it to be on the inside, I would put it underneath these panels. Is that how I want it, though? Do I want it this way? I think I want it this way. Yeah, that's how I want it. And I have two dogs, and the other one seems to be whining right now. So they hear whoever is outside. That's why. So I really hope they don't start barking because there is no pause, and I don't know how to edit, so I can't connect two videos together. And I'm just gonna make sure that I put as much glue as possible. This is getting really thick, and I saw somebody, I forget who I was watching now, put acetone in there, but they put a little bit too much, and I don't have any plain acetone. I want that on the inside. Okay. I don't have any plain acetone, so I guess maybe I'll get some while I'm out, because if you keep glue too long, it will, this is Fabrifix that I'm using, it will get thick. Okay. There we go. So now it looks like I've sewn that together. So I think I want that one this way, that way. And we'll do it that way because I'll put a pocket on the bottom there. And so these here are, I usually break out my gel plate when it's late at night and the whole house is quiet, because then that way I can just have a play and not be bothered because I'm working with paint. And then the dogs sleep in a different room, so they're not in here, so I can put these on the floor to dry. But the problem is that I've been hoarding all of my gel plate prints because they're either ugly and I don't know what to do with them, or they're too pretty and I don't want to use them because then I won't have them, so I'm hoarding them. And so one of the things I'm trying to do this year is not hoard all of the pretties, right? Because we don't get pretties to hoard them, we get pretties to use them, right? At least that's what we're supposed to do, is use the pretties. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to put that down right now because I don't know if I like that. And it's going to be a hidden spine, so it will be going through there eventually, so you won't see it. But I'm not sure I like that. So I'm going to leave it there. But let me just get some little clips here and put them up there so you can see exactly what it would look like if that was to stay. So I don't know if you can see the metallic part of that or not. So this is what it's going to look like. All right. So I hope y'all are having a great day. I'm not sure exactly how many other people do the 12 by 12 junk journal challenge, but it is hosted by Dawn over at Scrapbook Sage. And so I will have her channel down in the description box so you can go to her channel and find everybody and then go see what they're doing. Or you can just put in the hashtag 12 by 12 junk journal challenge. I'm not sure if 2025 is at the end of that or not. I'll have to look. But I hope everyone is having a great day and happy crafting.